Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, it is Friday today, and yes, we've got another new project to go and pick up. This one it's got the least amount of damage I've ever seen on a car, and this is going to be incredibly quick to flip. Like, incredibly quick. So, in fact, it might be just today that we can pick it up, bring it here, do the repairs, and then it can go. So, I'm going to go off over to Copart Rochford, pick this car up, bring it back, and I'll bring it in the workshop because this one does run and drive. I'll bring it in the workshop. I'll show you what we've got, what we're dealing with, what the damage is, and yeah, explain everything. So bear with me, guys, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, okay, guys, I am back. The trailer is back in its home where it stays. The new project is inside the workshop. I'm going to turn around and show you exactly what we've got. But before I do, I just want to say, before you start judging what I've got and what I've picked up, please wait until the end so that I can reveal the whole thing to you, because I'm sure this will change your mind once we get to the end and I explain the whole car itself. It's probably, well, it is no doubt going to be the quickest car that I've ever bought from Copart. It must be. And we should be able to get it all done in this video today. So let me turn around, I'll show you what we've got, we'll get into it. But like I said, just wait to the end before you start thinking about things, commenting. Just wait to the end, guys. Right, okay, let me show you what we've got. This is gonna, at the end, blow your mind. It is a little Ford Fusion. Like I said, wait. Because trust me, this is incredible. So it is a 2006 Ford Fusion in obviously black. It's a Cat N, this car. And this car is an absolute prime example why everyone is insurance premiums are going through the roof. This is one of those reasons. The insurance companies are just out of control. Literally, the whole industry needs to change because everyone is suffering because of insurance claims and insurance cars. You know, I'm the one that's trying to put them back on the road. I'm trying to save them from the breakers. I'm trying to save them from the crushers. I'm trying to give the cars a second chance. As the sign says up there, I am giving cars a second chance. And I always have done. But yeah, you know, insurance companies just need to put their hands up and then face the facts and you know, it all needs to change, but that won't change unless the government changes it. And there's a petition, or there's something that goes through Parliament. Something needs to happen when it comes to this insurance, the way it's done. I'll explain why I'm saying that in a second, but let's have a look around it, and then I'll show you exactly what is going on. So, yeah, it's dirty, obviously. It's been sitting at Copart, and I'm sure with a clean, this will, you know, come up really, really nice. There's a couple of main reasons why I went for it. One, because of the damage. Two, because of the mileage. And three, because it's an automatic. Yeah. Number two, because of the mileage. Let me show you. 45,442. 45,000 on the clock, guys. This is an 18-year-old car. 18 years this is. That's how old it is. And yeah, I understand, you know, the reason why the insurance companies write these cars off, because of cost to repair them. I understand that. I get it. But they're just not looking at them. They're just not looking at these cars to see if they're able to save them, like, and not have a claim and not go through the insurance. They just don't care. Insurance companies just does not care. So we've looked around the car. Can anyone see why this car was written off? This was a Cat N. This is a Cat N car, and it was written off for that bumper scuff right there. The bumper isn't damaged. I've checked. It's not damaged. It's just this scuff. And most of that will come out. I'll say most of it because look, I'm just wiping it off. Look, wiping it off. It's just wiping off with my fingers. Not even a cloth. Not even with anything like any rubbing compound, anything whatsoever, and that is just wiping off. Why didn't the owner do it? It's unbelievable. Like that this is a brand new tyre. That is a brand new tyre. But I don't know if that's a stone one now. Hold on. Nope, stone. Brand new tyre. So that was the reason, guys. This is it. Now, I know a lot of people think that, well, they go around the whole car and they write it off because of all the rest of the damage around the car. And then other people say, no. They only write the car off with the damage that's been done by the damage. And this is it. This is the damage, the scuff. That is the only damage on this car. There's nothing else wrong with it. It's just, honestly, I am absolutely just gobsmacked that this is like this. And it's been written off for that scuff. Now, there is a couple of other things on this car. Let me just show you on the inside. That, obviously, you can hear that. But that's the bolt, just needs doing up. So we'll do that. We'll clean it up. We'll clean it out. Guess what else I found? A Haynes manual, Ford Fusion. So I don't know whether or not to keep it with the car or keep it. I'll keep it for future references. But yeah, Haynes manual. Which is pretty cool, which means someone has been looking after it. Someone's been trying to look into it and see what you know, if there's any problems. Do you know what? I've not even looked in the boot yet. I don't even know what's in the boot. Have a look. Nothing. There's nothing in here. Oh, we've got a spare wheel, which is good. Yeah, new spare wheel. Is it new? Newish spare wheel. But yeah, there's nothing in there, empty. So yeah, the other problem I want to sort out is in here, and it is, let me just put the key in. So we have got an ABS light on the dash, ABS. Look at that mileage, 45,000 miles. So we're going to look into that, see what that ABS is, get that sorted out. And yeah, well, I drove it in here and up and down the yard, and it drives smooth. The gears are smooth. It goes into gear smooth. There's no notching or bolting or nothing like that at all. It's a really good car. Unbelievable good. I'll tell you, I'm just shocked. The other thing as well with this car, it's got a new MOT. Last month, this was MOT'd, and it's not due until next year. We've got the locking wheel nut key, and also tucked at the back, I found this, and then in here, let me just show you what's in there quickly. Just this little box bag I found. It's got like a little hammer in it, you know, like a little glass hammer, in case you need to smash the window to get out. It's got one of those in it and a few other bits and pieces. So yeah, let me show you the manuals. So we've got all the normal manuals for the car, handbook and that sort of stuff, and we've also got service record. Right, that is for, yep, that's for the radio. So that goes on that, so I can put the radio back on. We've got the last MOT, which was here, and it passed with no advisories. Passed, no advisories, guys. So you can see that's when it's due. Look, 7th for the 10th. No, 10th for the 7th. It was done, and it's not due to the 10th for the 7th next year. So that's the MOT. So technically, I haven't really got an MOT this car. And then let me show you the service history. So it is all stamped up. 2007, 2008, 2010, 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 19, so 18's missing, 17, 18's missing, yeah, 19, and then 22. And then I also found this. This is serviced 2023. So 23rd of the 7th at 41,000 miles. It's had a service. I'm not going to show you some of the details because it is someone's personal addresses and stuff like that. So I don't want to show you that too much. Just do that like that, I suppose. So, but yeah. I think that's a cost of 300 and I don't know what that means actually. Oh, it's a used vehicle invoice. So someone has just paid for this car and they've paid £3,495. They paid £3,495 in the 24th of the 7th, 2023. So last year. Interesting. But yeah, so we've got some good service history, good records. It's MOT'd. I think I should do another service. I've got to be honest. It'd be nice just to do another service on it. Oil change, oil filter, air filter, stuff like that. And then obviously that ABS light, that could be a wheel sensor. It could be something like that, or it could be an actual. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to plug the computer in. We're going to find out what that is, and yeah, hopefully we can get this done today. But what I'm more interested in is if I wash this car, if I take it outside and give it a good wash, because it does need a good clean, is most of that going to come off? That is, yeah, because it's not damaged, that bumper. I can't believe someone's paid just over £3,000 for this a year ago. That's unbelievable. I think it's because it's an auto. It's because it's an automatic and it's low mileage and it's got good service history. 2 keys. Yeah. Right. So what do we think so far? I said to you wait to the end, but what do we think? It's got a good package, this car, and I reckon with a couple of days this will be sold. It should be gone, sold. So let's get it outside. I just want to check that other tyre, see if that's the same tyre. No, it's a different tyre. Never mind. Let's get it outside and give it a good clean, and then I'm going to bring it back inside. We're going to plug the computer in, see what that's all about, and then just give it a service. I don't know what else to say, because that is just honestly pathetic. It's blowing my mind that is it. It's no damage to the bumper. It's just a scuff. Like, don't understand people. Why do people do that? But it pushes everyone's premium up. Insurance companies are going, insurance quotes and premiums are going through the roof. Never mind. Anyway, let me know what you think, guys, of the Fusion. Very, very quick. Very quick. So, yeah, let's get it outside, give it a good clean, bring it back in, and we'll continue. So, let's do this. Right, guys, I'll tell you what, this actually is cleaning up beautiful. There's obviously going to be a few marks around it. You know, 18 years old. It's going to have some battle scars. No matter what, no matter what happens, it's going to be something. But it's really, really cleaned up nicely. Notice a few scuffs, even on that one there, the bumper on the front. There's a little bit scuffy there. That looks like it's old. Not too bad, but I will give it a go with the black polish that I've got from T-Cut, and we'll do these black mouldings. We'll do all that with back to black as well. Bring it all up, all nice and neat and tidy. They are new discs. They are new discs and pads there. It's just, this car just keeps getting better and better. It's just such a lovely car. You know, we've got some marks down the side here, but yeah, it wasn't written off for that. This is the only thing it's written off for. That's old. That is definitely old scratches and old marks. And if I put a polisher on this car, just right round polish it, it'll really sort of come up nice. A lot of this has just been removed just by me cleaning, and then you can see that it's just a little bit left, which I think we could probably leave as it is, but I'm still going to go over it with the polisher, and then the black T-Cut. It's like a colour restorer T-Cut one. I'm going to go over that as well with that, and that's it. That's completely done. But yeah, it's looking really smart. It's just gonna be a cheap little runaround for someone. Like I showed you the receipt from last year. This was sold to someone for £3.5 grand, just under £3.5 grand. Incredible. But let me also show you, whilst we're out here, I did put a scan tool on it. I'm going to show you what has come up. So I've just scanned it, and let me get out the sun. That's what's come up there. So you can see the top one, ABS, anti-lock braking system, with one code in that anti-lock braking system. I'm going to show you what it is before this battery on the scan tool dies. Hopefully it will stay where it is. Stay. Come on. Right, so that's the code. And as we come along here, right rear wheel speed sensor input circuit failure. So yeah, right rear wheel speed sensor. Now that could be it could be the actual there's a sensor on the inside of the wheel, or it could be the wire. I don't really know at the minute. So we need to get the car in now and bring it to the workshop. I'll bring it in, and then we're going to start stripping the rear down to see if we can find this problem with the rear speed sensor. It possibly just a wire, but let's see. Yeah, let's see if we can find out what is going on. So I'll bring it in. I'll get you set up in there now, guys. Let's carry on with this little project, because this ain't going to take long, and I'll get any parts ordered we need to get ordered. So let's do this. Right, guys, let me just explain what I found, right? So to pinpoint exactly which corner we've got an issue with, I'll show you the test that I do. So it's coming up on the computer with... On the computer, I've had to plug it in because the battery was going to die. Yeah, so it's the only code. I cleared all the rest of the codes. It's the only one that's come up still. So that's the problem. Right, so we go into it, and it says... come on. Come on. So it says right rear wheel speed sensor input circuit failure. So yeah, how I do this is I come back out of it. On this section here, live data. So you press live data because we're trying to get live data from that code, which is here, which is all to do with the braking system. You can see it here. There's a few other, so we've got like left front wheel speed sensor. So, and there's obviously there's four wheels, 2 at the front, 2 at the back, left and right. And it said right rear, which is the very, very bottom one here, right rear. So the only other way to do it is to test each wheel and spin each wheel. So let me give you an example. The front one here is this front, let me just get it up a little bit so you can see. Front right wheel speed sensor, that there, it says 0. So it says 0, but as soon as I start spinning this wheel, that should change and give us a reading. That 0 should give us a reading. So let me spin the wheel. So can you see that? So that's how we know that that speed sensor is working. So right rear, this is front right. So if you're facing the car, that's the right. And on the back, the right is on the opposite side. So this side. Let me show you. So this is the right rear. Now, that one there, right rear wheel sensor, that should change and give us a reading. As you can see, I'm spinning the wheel, but we're getting nothing. We're getting no reading off that sensor. So at least we've pinpointed, you know, the exact side. Let me just do this one. Yeah, left front. So this is left front, and it's spinning, and it's it's changing it right there. There, see, it's changing, and that is the left front. Let me spin the other side actually on the back. Might give us. I don't know if there's a sensor on this one. Let me see if it is. Yep. So there is the left rear wheel sensor is there, and I'll spin it. See it going up. So I'm spinning it. It's there, and that is the left rear. So yeah, that's how you kind of pinpoint exactly which side we've got the problem with, and it's this side. So I'm going to go ahead, take off the wheel, have a look at the sensor, strip down the drum, see the reader, see what the problem is, because sometimes inside the actual drum itself is where the problem on the reader, and not necessarily the actual sensor. So yeah, let's do that now. But I just want to quickly explain, because some people, you know, some people are interested in this kind of thing, and then there's some people that already know it. So yeah, it is what it is. So let's get set up, strip it all down, and let's see what we can find. Let's do this. Right, okay. Right, guys, let me just show you what I found. So I've took the actual drum off, and that reader looks wicked. Looks no problem at all. There's no damage to it. Just a little bit grimy. So I don't think it's that. I think it's the sensor. The trouble is with this one is that they're not separate on this. That's connected that side, that's connected that side, and it's joined up here. And there's one sensor and one plug. So it goes down here, along there, and then it goes into there. So, yeah. I've just ordered one. They ain't cheap. 65 quid for these two sensors in one piece. So I've just ordered that. That's on its way. We're going to swap that out. Both sides now. And I've ordered the service kit as well. So spark plugs, oil filter, air filter. That's on its way as well. So, yeah. And then hopefully these speed sensors will be sorted. But we've got to do it in both sides. I thought it was separate. Normally they are separate and they've got a separate plug. But this one, yeah, they'll link up to the same thing in one plug. So, yeah, strange. But anyway, let's get set up. Let's carry on. Let's get this speed sensors off. Wait for the next one, the new ones to turn up. And then we'll go from there. So let's do this. Right, do you know what, guys? That wasn't that bad, I've got to be honest. The bolts actually come out pretty easy in there. These ones here. So that one through the back there. And then, because I had the hubs off on the other side, I just tapped the actual sensor through this. And, yeah, it's away you go. You see it? Look. And then just tapped it through, and away you go. I'm trying to keep it in the same place, just so that I know. So if I look at that, I'm just trying to copy it. Do you know what I mean? So that there, this wire has to go to this side, and that wire has to go to that side. I don't know why. I don't think it matters. I think they're the same, both sides, but you never know. You absolutely never know. So yeah, done that. Oh, I'm just waiting for the parts to turn up now. So I've done the, put all back together, put the drums back on, put the nut back in, the hub, the bearing hub nut in there, put it back on, done it up with a gun. And then I was thinking, I wonder what the torque setting is for that bolt. And then I remembered the car come with a Haynes manual. It's got all the details in here. So, yeah, just looked for the suspension and steering at the bottom there. And it said it here. So, rear hub bearings and bushes and springs and all that sort of stuff. Assembly, removal and fitting. So, I found that, you know, section of it. And then I had to get this, the torque settings, which is over here. So, rear suspension, rear hub nut. As you go across, it's 235 Newton meters, 235. So I've got my torque wrench out and torqued it up to 235. So yeah, again, the car just keeps on giving, guys. So yeah, believable. The other thing as well, I've got I'm going to change the spark plugs on this car. So I am going to use this to tell me the torque settings for the spark plugs to see what, yeah, you're supposed to tighten them up. Spark plugs are spark plugs, and once you tighten them down you give them a little tweak, and they're normally good. But it's nice because I've got the book here. It will be nice just to check everything to see, you know, what's what. But it gives you the absolute ins and outs of it all. So yeah, lucky this book was in here. Right. Now, all I've got to do is wait for the parts to turn up. When they turn up, I'll set you up. We'll swap over the back sensors first, put it all back together, take the car out, make sure that it's cleared, spin the car around, and then when they do the service, drop the oil, do the service, and continue with this one. But, yeah, incredible, isn't it? Incredible. Like, that just looks like there's nothing. It's hardly anything there. That is, and I've not touched that with any sort of polish on anything. Look. I've not touched it. It's just amazing that they wrote it off for that. And they did. That was the reason why they wrote it off. In fact, if you look at this side's probably a little bit worse. I know it's a bit dark in here, and you know, you get it outside in the daylight, in the sun, it might be a little bit different. But I'm still absolutely astonished that they wrote it off for that. What I think might have happened, and it's just a guess, because you never know really until you speak to the previous owner. But what might have happened is that they might have gone into someone, or someone may have gone into them, scuffed this rear corner, and then they've transferred insurance details, gone through the insurance, the process of going through the insurance, and then that's why the insurance company has said, no, it's a write-off. They probably didn't even look at this. No one's wiped it off or cleaned it or anything like that. The customer left it. They didn't know. And yeah, that's how quick and easy and simple the insurance companies write these cars off. And I get it. I understand there's a procedure that they have to stick to. They're like robots. They're just this, that, this, that, this, that. Do you know what I mean? No one's actually... Do you know what? What about if can't we just take it to a garage and get them to clean it, and then we'll see what it's like after that? Boom. No insurance claim. Insurance premiums come down. But there's none of that. There's none of that at all. They're just on the other end of the phone. Look at the pictures. Yeah, we've got to change the rear bumper. Yeah, the rear crash bar might have been hit. Yeah, the quarter might have been touched. So that's got to be done. Plastic's got to be changed. And they just keep going and going and going. But no one is actually checking to see exactly what it's all about. But yeah, madness. Let's wait for the parts, guys. I'll set you up when it turns up. We'll swap it over, and then we'll get this car spun around and do the service. So let's do this. Right, okay, guys, that is the new speed sensors fitted. Yeah, all been put back the way it should be. It obviously come with the plastics, and it come with obviously the whole setup really, in this APEC sensor box thing, ABS sensor box. So yeah, so that's been done. So now we've got to do is what a test to see if it's working. So again, what I'm going to do, I've got the machine, and I'm going to spin this wheel to see if it gives us the reading. This is not the one that was 40, the other one was 40. So there you go. There's our reading for this side, left rear. So now we're looking for right rear, the very bottom one, to see the other side's working. So the very bottom one there is what we're looking at. Ready? There you go. So I know now that that is working. So all I've got to do now is clear the codes on the computer, reset the program, the system, and we should be done with that ABS light. So erase the codes. Ignition on, engine off, yes. I should just erase it now. It shouldn't come back. Or does it need to go for a drive? It might need to go for a drive. Sometimes it does and sometimes it don't. So let's have a look. So is he going to do it? Oh, no, it's passed. So now, go into the car, start the engine, and that should be the ABS clear. Let me just take the key out, back on, and that should all cleared. That orange light, you can see that orange light there, that's because the door's open. I'll show you. So you shut the door and the light goes out. So there we go. The ABS light has been fixed. So it's getting there, guys, but it's only today. I picked this up this morning. So we're really knocking through this work at the minute on this car, and it's going to be finished today. Guarantee it. So let me get it out. I'll spin it round, and then we're going to drop the oil. And let me run it for a bit. Let me drop the oil. And not the gearbox oil, the engine oil. I've still got to look into the gearbox oil. Because it's an automatic, so I'm not quite sure with that one yet. But let's do the normal service on it anyway, and then we'll go from there. So bear with me, guys, and I'll set you up. Right, well, there we go. That is the service all done. Spark plugs, they're not original. They are NGK, which I, put some new ones in. So that's good. It looks like it's been serviced well, and spark plugs changed every now and then or whatever. But yeah, look at this place, absolute mess. But it's all done, all serviced. It runs absolutely lovely. But let me show you what I found on this car. Oh, before I do, before anyone message me and comments about the timing belt, I can see them thinking about it. Hold on a minute, don't you normally do the timing belts? I'm going to leave the timing belt as it is. And if the new owner wants me to do it, I've got no problem with that, but there's going to be an extra cost in doing it. So yeah, only just because if I had this car for a few days, a week or whatever, I would have guaranteed done it 100%, and then I could have added it to the price of the car or whatever. But because I've tried to get this done in one day, I'm gonna have to leave it, because basically, guys, I have done it completed in one day, finished. It just doesn't need anything. It doesn't need the MOT. It was done a month ago with no advisories. It doesn't need anything more doing to it. It can go as it is. But let me show you what I found with this one. So I assumed that they was just covers for the lights. But let me show you them, because they do look pretty smart, actually. So they're like side Pretty cool. Just on a Fusion. I don't know. Just something that may be a little bit too much. but yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that because it made me chuckle a little bit. So yeah. I don't think we're going to see this car getting. I've got to be honest. I really ain't going to see this because it's completed. Apart from me just going over the black back to black trims. I don't even think I'm going to polish it. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Because it will go as it is. Yeah. it's just a really, really quick flip, this one. And it's gonna do someone a turn, I'm telling you, because it is a lovely little car, really low mileage, 45,000 miles, new MOT, with no advisories last month, 2 keys. I've just done a service. It's got a pretty much full service as it is anyway, but I've done a service as well. We've sorted out the ABS light, because on the listing at Copart, it did actually say on this that the engine management light is illuminated on the dash, and it wasn't the engine management light, it was the ABS light, and all we had to do was change that ABS, the leads, the sensors at the back, and that's it. It's done. It's cleared. Yeah, great little car. Great little car. So yeah, guys, that is it. I'm going to leave it there. That's going to be the end of today's video. The end of this project. A very, very quick project. 1 day flip. Done. And it has been 1 day. I haven't been sort of cutting in, cutting out, and you know, I mean, like, do you know, like editing. Where a lot of the YouTubers with the channels, they edit a lot of the videos, and they don't show every step. This, I've just showed you every step from the minute I picked it up, brought it back here, and I've been recording it all the way through the day. And you've seen every step, and this is a lovely car. It's turned out, even though it's an 06 Fusion, it's a lovely little car, and it's gonna do something all right. Yeah. So that's it, guys. It is Friday today, unlike yesterday when it's Thursday. It is Friday. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday on the next one. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you soon.